That is solid right there. You're frustrated. You're still trying to find how you can hit those irons pure. What I'm gonna show you today is a simple thought. Point, tuck, and strike. And that is gonna be the breakthrough that you need to start hitting pure iron shots. I'm Ryan McGinnis with Ryan McGinnis Golf, and on the lesson tee here at Turning Stone Resort Casino, there is something that I see far too often, and it has to do how our right arm relates to our ability to strike our irons pure. And coming up in this video, we're gonna walk you through what the greats do in their setup, in their backswing, and on their downswing that allow them to strike their irons pure and solid. As part of my breakthrough blueprint system, it is important that we find it, we build it, and we own it. What I see far too often from people who come into the lesson tee is when they set up to a golf ball, their right arm tends to be a little more on top of the golf club, which when we focus on the inner part of our elbow, you can see that it'll be pointing towards target. Well, from there, what tends to happen is this pullback motion where now my elbow gets stuck behind me or moving behind my seam line in my shirt. And when you go to make a full backswing, here's what it looks like. We call that the flying elbow up top. When I have the flying elbow, I have no ability to strike the golf ball. And what also we tend to see is when you do this with your elbow, pull it back, you notice how there's no turn. So I have no movement in my body, I have no turn, and how in the world am I supposed to hit a golf ball with any sort of consistency? So we have to make sure that our right elbow, inner elbow, is pointing out in front of us. So when I set up to the golf ball, here's what it would look like. If I point the inner part of my elbow out in front of me, now you can see how my right hand is a little more under the golf club, but my right arm is under my left forearm, right? You see how you can see the top part of my left forearm here? That's going to allow me to then push the club back, elbow stays in front of my seam line, and now I can make a really good turn on the backswing. That all starts at setup with my right arm. Elbow pointing at you, now I'm ready to hit the golf ball. So let's take a look at some of the greatest ball strikers to ever play. Ben Hogan, Sam Snead, and Mo Norman. Those are three golfers, three legends that I don't even know if they've missed a golf shot.
When you talk about Mo Norman, you're talking about a legend. And I'm talking about a living legend because the public doesn't know Mo Norman. But you ask any golf professional, whether you're in Australia or whether you're in your U.S. or whether you're in Great Britain, and you say, that's the Canadian guy that hits it so damn good, isn't it? And I says, that's him. He's a legend.
And we look at their setup, and you will see that inner part of their right elbow point directly at you, the person watching, right at setup. Now they have the freedom to make the backswing and hit the golf shot. So we know that at setup, the inner part of our right elbow starts to point right in front of us. And we've also mentioned that that allows me in the backswing to move in ways that allow the golf club to get into a good position. Well, what does that right arm look like at the top of the backswing? We look at Sam Snead, we look at Ben Hogan, we look at Mo Norman, all great ball strikers. Watch their right elbow in relation to their seam line, which is right down here on the side of your shirt. Their right elbow is either even or in front of that seam line. It's not back here. It's not the flying elbow, right? It's right in front of that seam line, even with it or in front. Now, in relation to our left elbow, you can see they're closer. They're not far apart. They're almost not touching, but they're trying to touch. That allows them to start their downswing in an easy way where they can just begin the process of lowering and turning. But if we don't get here in the top of our backswing, which is a relation to how we set up, elbow pointing in front of us, making it easier to get up here where the elbow is right even with the seam line or in front. From this position, life just got easier, right? So we look at Ben Hogan, Mo Norman, and Sam Snead. They're all here. And that allows me to get into a position to just move through the ball and hit it. That is solid right there. Once I get up top, Mo Norman said it best. It's the vertical drop, horizontal tug.
What's the master move in golf, Mo?
My vertical drop and a horizontal tug.
Let's see that. What would you show us if you saw the vertical drop and horizontal tug? That's the master move?
Right here. First foot comes straight down. The club is going further behind my back of my downswing. This is pointing. Never this. It's always.
And what I'm trying to feel when I do this, and Ben Hogan does this also, is your right elbow is trying to hit the golf ball, move in a lateral or horizontal fashion to the ball. See how my right elbow is in front of my body? That's where I'm trying to get to in the downswing. When I do that, I now have the ability to deliver the golf club and just hit pure shot after pure shot. So let's try that. Elbow is pointing towards you. Elbow is tucking on the backswing. The right elbow is striking the golf ball. That is just simple. Let's do that one more time. And I want you to watch Ben Hogan. Watch Ben Hogan hit a golf ball. Watch his right arm. Focus extremely hard on his right elbow. Points towards you at address. Tucks in on the backswing. Strikes the golf ball. And you will just start hitting shot after shot that is solid. Mo Norman, the vertical drop, horizontal tug. He's still pointing his elbow at you. It's still tucking in. And now he's striking the golf ball with his right elbow. So let's get into a drill. And this first drill is going to talk about the striking phase. So what is the right arm doing, especially that right elbow, on the way down to hit the golf ball? And what you're going to do is you're going to take your left arm, left hand, put it over your bicep, just on the above the inner part of your elbow. You're going to make a backswing. And when you do this, you're going to feel the right elbow kind of be tucked. And then on the way down, you're just going to turn and hit the golf ball with one arm. Let's see if I can do this. It's hard. So we go back just a little past waist high, right somewhere in here. And then we just turn and hit the golf ball. This is extremely hard to do. And be patient with yourself. You're going to hit some bad ones. I've done it millions of times. Elbows in, pointing towards you, turn, hit the golf ball. That's going to be drill number 1. Let's do one more. Elbow in, pointing towards you, turn, hit the golf ball. Drill number 2 is going to get into the backswing a little more, and what we're really going to start to feel is that tucking motion on the right arm and the right elbow when we get up top. And what we're going to do is you're just going to take your right hand, you're going to set it directly on the side of the golf club. It's like a tray, right? So now when I make my backswing, I'm going to feel when I get up top like the mass or the shaft of the golf club is like resting on my right hand. Right? You can see how my right arm is now tucked, or my elbow is now tucked towards the center of my body. It's not way out here. I wouldn't be resting anything on my arm at that point or my hand. It is tucked up top, resting on my hand. From here, I can turn down and hit the golf ball. I'm not trying to hit it very hard. So I'm feeling that tucked motion, club resting on my hand, turn and hit the golf ball. Again, another hard drill to actually hit it. But the main purpose of it is to get you to feel what it feels like to just let it rest on that right hand. So we're going up, let it rest on that right hand, turn, and hit the golf ball. So we walked through the breakthrough blueprint. We found that our right arm was the issue of why we were not striking our irons pure. We built a model and a couple drills to allow you to develop feelings. We said we have to point the right elbow towards you, the camera, or right in front of me. We had to tuck the right elbow, and we had to strike with our right elbow. We do those three things, we start to use our right arm properly, and our ball striking gets 10 times better. So we found it, we built it, and now it's your turn to own it. I want to take a deeper dive into your goal. I think all of us want to hit it better. All of us want to shoot lower scores, but yet we're stuck. We don't know where we're going. We don't know why something happens. We don't know how to fix it. We don't know how to actually take ownership of our golf swing. That's why I developed the Breakthrough Blueprint. It's there so then I, as a coach, can get you to understand why something happens, how to fix it, and you will take ownership by the end of it. Because once you take ownership, your scores go down. You reach your goals. And that's the exciting part. So in the description below is to get you started in that blueprint. Start the journey. Follow the link, fill out the form, and you instantly will get access to step 1. I know you can do it. Let's start the journey together.